Hey, Coach.
Hey,
Commiserations on the loss there. It really felt like two performances from your team, one in the first half and one in the second half. What were your thoughts overall on how your team did tonight?
yeah, the thing is that the performance, I would say, was okay with what we were expecting. We did a couple of mistakes in the first half, especially on the second goal, that I considered them the second goal, but we did what we were came here to do, be aggressive and counter, playing direct, trying to win the second ball, and playing. We didn't move the ball too much from right to left and left to right. I think we had a lot of space in the first half. We didn't do it. And then in the second half, I think we got a little bit deflated. I don't know, the goal conceded immediately. To be honest, I thought, but still, where we still 3-2, everything was kind of okay in the sense that I thought that we could have scored another goal and even win the game. I think the fourth goal killed the game in a way, and we had to try to be extremely offensive, put in three strikers, midfielders without holding mid, trying to score two goals in 20 minutes, and then we conceded the fifth. Of course, it's pretty simple to make an analysis that we have to do much better on defending set plays. We conceded three goals on a corner, guys. I think it's impossible to win games if you concede three goals from the corner. So, we were actually doing quite good lately, but today was one of the very similar. One of the first two games of the year when we were totally overwhelmed on the set plays, and that's the game at the end. Three goals, and then the shot from Buanga, the fourth goal is another set plays too. The fourth one, but two mistakes and it's over. So that's a big lesson that we need to be perfect in order to win these games. And again, even though we weren't perfect, we were in the game for 60 minutes, 65, scoring two goals, and that made us think that maybe we blew a little.
And you mentioned there, obviously, with mistakes that you made, the lessons learned. Luckily, in this series, the scoreline doesn't count. It's just about the win in the end. How are you going to try to build from your performance, especially in the first half,
Yeah,
to get a win on Sunday?
we need to build on the performance of the first half, the performance of the game 1 week ago, knowing that in Vancouver is going to be a little different, even environment-wise, and again, we need to be better and not making like. I have to rewatch the goal, but for sure the fourth goal is unfortunately Yohei kind of mistake. The fifth goal, Murillo is one of the two guys that is man marked, so we lost him. And the third goal, and the second goal, the one that Buanga scored a banger, we actually made a mistake tactically in a thing that we worked a lot during the week. So that happens, but unfortunately in the playoff, you pay those kind of mistake because the quality of the teams are really high, and we need to build from the fact that we scored two goals in the first half. We were very good on the field. We were breaking the first line of pressure easily. Then Andres probably could have played more balls on the opposition on the opposite side. So it's we came here to try to be aggressive and to treat this game like let's try to win it, risking even a little more. It was going in the right direction in the first half, to be honest. Unfortunately, the set plays in the second half, they killed us.
All right, thank you so much. Have a safe trip back.
Thank you.
Hi, Coach. It's Har.
Yeah.
You mentioned on Tuesday that defense would have to be your strongest point if the Whitecaps were going to advance. I'm wondering, how do you guys work on defending set pieces? How do you improve upon this for the next game, knowing that they picked you guys apart?
Yeah, we improved working a lot. We'll have to analyze again. In the last 15 games, we were actually doing well. All our data, our metrics were good, but this game has been for a bunch of reasons. They have very good, like in the game before in Vancouver, they had a lot of set plays, but they didn't create basically anything. So we'll evaluate both the game, and we'll see if there's individual mistake, if we have to rethink maybe the structure against them because there's some mismatch that we need to work better, and we'll work on it. But yeah, that's the only medicine. But we know it. We know it that when we I would say arrive short on something in our game, we need to work on it. Yeah. But even when we don't, it's not that we because we were doing well lately, we didn't work on set plays. So that's the thing.
And what's your message to the guys post game, knowing that it's not a total aggregate series? You still have 2 games. You could 0-0 and win on penalties. So
yeah.
What's your message to the guys, knowing that it's not over?
The message that probably is not over. Even my subs during the game, of course, if it would have been an aggregate thing, it would have been different. You never lose. We played the last 25 minutes trying to do a magic with all offensive players basically on the field, and so yeah, it's another game. It's kind of Sundays. It's like a league game after we lost the league game the week before, and we have the advantage to be in Vancouver, that it's a completely different situation than here, and our objective is to come here when it's Thursday, when it's going to be the third game, because it's I think we have all the quality and the possibility to do it. We need to be again on top of it. We don't have to concede anything. If you concede a little bit, like in the second goal, Bouanga scored like a banger that is top, and if you concede even, that's another thing on top of it. We conceded too much I think we conceded 10, 12, 14 corners at the end, so it's hard to defend very well every corner, and we need to concede even less. So yeah, that's the thing. I don't think that we need to dramatize too much. I think we need to be honest and analyze our mistake in order to try to win the next game. That is easily in our possibility.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you.
Hey, Coach, JJ here.
Hey, JJ, how are you?
I'm good. Is there going to be any sort of mental hangover from conceding the 5 goals and the manner you conceded them? And are there any comparisons this year in situations where you've seen the team come back? I think maybe like the Houston game or the game against Sporting Kansas City.
Yeah, if you remember in Kansas City, we had a very bad game. We lost 3-0, and then we had very good games at home against Seattle and Austin. The first 2 games, very similar to this. Game contested. We lost because of set plays. We adjusted a little, and then we started our run to get into the playoff. So, I don't think there's going to be the I told the guys, now they have 2 days off, tomorrow and Monday, and then from Tuesday there's 5 games to prepare the best game of the season. We needed to play the best game of the season, because if we play the best game of the season, we win. And so it's that's what we need to do. We, again, being very honest and telling each other when we'll do videos on Wednesday and Tuesday what we did well, what we didn't do well, and what we have to do better. But at the same time, not dramatizing by the fact that we had a bad night. That is also they have a very good night, because at the end they're good. They're top players. They all played very well, and so we need to be on top of the things next week.
Ryan Gold had a pretty good start to the game, pretty bright spot. But towards the end, he seemed to, I don't know if he was neutralized, he just didn't seem to be as dangerous as usual. What were your thoughts? Was it something tactical that LA did? Was it his defensive work rate?
No, it's like, I think he was more, in the first half he did very well. I think I don't remember if he even served the assist for Brian for the first goal too. I don't remember. But again, the assist for Sam, he was very good, moving, and I think the fact in the second half that we were losing 4-2 and everything looked a little bit disjointed. You try something different, you try to move things, and probably that was the reason why he wasn't able to be decisive as usual. But I think in the first half was really good, and we actually even in the second half, at one point, I don't know why Chiellini played that ball behind. He won the ball, he played the ball to Brian. Brian should have shot probably, and we could have had the chance to do 3-3. But again, at the end, I'm not worried. I think he did a good performance.
Thanks, Coach. I believe it was Kubas with the assist on the
Yeah, we win the ball, and then he played the ball to Sierra. Yeah. I didn't remember if it was a pass in between Kubas and the goal. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Hey, Coach, Nathan here. How you doing?
Very good, Nathan. How are you?
I'm doing well. There's games sometimes that happen when you lose, and it takes a while to analyze and figure out exactly what happened. This doesn't seem to be one of those games.
Yeah.
It kind of seems to be an understanding of what needs to be worked on. Does that make it a little bit easier when you go in and work with the guys after a couple of days, where it's like, okay,
I think so.
business as usual?
I think so. I think that, again, the performance was good, except for the fact that sometimes we were too excited, and excited. It's something that they build on, excitement, and we need to be the other way around. But yes, again, that's nothing. Again, nothing that is more easy than you lose 5-2 and you conceded 4 goals from a set place to say we need to work on defensive set play. So that's the thing. Then we will analyze, because I think that the first one is just perfect. We did not what we had to do, basically. Again, I have a lot of thought about, especially the last two, with the shot from Wang and the last one from Murillo. I think we were a little bit already thinking about something else. And the third one, it was also a little bit of unlucky, boom, 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 and the ball went to Hollingshead and scored. But again, we can't put down the guard, and because the only way to beat this strong team is to be perfect. And last week we were almost perfect. We didn't. The only thing that we didn't do perfectly was kicking the penalty. If not, we would have won. And this year, and this in this game, we've been okay. I think more than okay for 60 minutes. The defending on the set play killed us a little, but it's okay.
When we're talking about LAFC, I mean, the danger man of that team are pretty apparent. Buanga, Vela, we know them. But Ryan Hollingshead is a guy that, when it comes to Vancouver, he more often than not steps up. He's not a guy that gets a lot of goals, but he performs when it comes to Vancouver. Today was no exception.
Yeah, he scored. I think the first goal, it's just, we have to say, good job to him, because he jumped a millimeter over Javain, and then he's very good and quick to retrieve the ball and score. The second goal, we've been a little bit naive, and but we know that Hollingshead, I think, has been a very good player for the last 10 years in the league. So we know what can bring. I actually joked with him when we won here in the league games in June. I say, finally, it's a game you didn't score against me. So that's I know that he's very also dangerous on set play. So today he showed, and I think he showed how dangerous he is, but we already knew it.
Thanks, Vanni. Safe trip back.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. Vanni, that's all we have for you. Safe
Cool.
travels back to Vancouver.
Thank you.